set alert. I mean, maybe not. It's Zelda. It's Zelda Mega Man, but Ray and Waltz, two fan favorites, two good players, some goated homies. These sets are, oh goodness, so this is semis, this is best of 5. Wow. Okay. So this set's going to go to game 5 probably, and also going to take a couple decades, but we'll get there eventually, I believe. Coming out here, we need to nerf Zelda, I swear. This character's so... Oh my gosh, why can he do that? Never mind, nerf Megaman. Megaman's one of those weird characters where he's actually pretty good at dealing with Phantom. Things like the Blade look decent, but especially things like that Crash Bomber off stage just kind of deleted Phantom before it even got active. I don't know much about this matchup. I was talking to Ray earlier, and he did say that he wanted to fight Z3. Sorry, he wanted to fight Waltz more than Z3. Maybe that's just because it's Z3. Obviously, fighting Z3 is not only scary, but also like very long and grueling. But it also might have like he is confident against Waltz. Wow. So the weird thing there is that you see whenever Zelda gets that grab, it essentially deactivates the shield and letting the Knight kind of just instantly hit and kill very early. So Waltz is getting very trigger heavy. You don't really see that. Waltz is usually very patient and kind of just very... he's very content with just staying with, even though he's behind, like staying, eventually getting that kid. Kind of how Selena plays a lot of the time, just being very patient and just sitting there and waiting. But that time he gets a little bit impatient, takes 45, but eventually gets the stock with a forward air. And while Ray is ahead, this is nothing that Mega Man can make up. We've seen, especially the advantage states coming up, stuff like that. It's just instantly 42%. And once you lose your jump against Mega Man, it gets really serious, because that back air not only is extremely strong, but comes out very fast and has a lot of range. So Mega Man, especially Waltz, gets most of his kills off things like edge guards from that back air. And against Zelda, I don't think he's going to get that many, because she kind of just snaps to ledge or goes above ledge and is pretty safe off stage, I feel like. So probably some less edge guard kills and more just on stage, things like the up tilt, backers on stage, maybe an up smash out of shield. But going back to neutral here, Waltz, once again, kind of bad punish. I feel like an F smash or an up smash would have both worked there. Maybe not killed, but at least gotten some more damage. But Waltz getting very trigger happy with these up tilts. I've never seen him go for so many before. And honestly, I don't like that from Ray. I feel like, especially against Mega Man, when he has so much drift in the air, can just very easily air dodge through them. And especially because he has such a long length of recovery, just setting up the Phantom off stage is probably going to work a little bit better than going for the edge guard. Like in some characters, for example, like Shotos, like Donkey Kong, Bowser, Ganon, those heavies, the bigger characters that have to recover one specific way very linearly, it's very good against them because they have to go straight into it. Because Mega Man has such a good recovery, and his air dodge and jump are both really good, he can kind of just dance around and get off stage very easily. So I prefer to see some edge guards. I mean, less shots coming out instead of the edge guards, but yeah. Backer comboing, coming out there and killing it at 130 pretty early percent because he has full rage. And this is when he gets really scary because against Mega Man, as we said earlier in his set, against Mur, when you're behind Mega Man, the damage just racks up so fast. And it gets really terrifying because when you're behind already, it's like bad, right? But when you get behind in percent as well and almost lapped, it's really terrifying. But good job from Ray. The up air essentially taking it at 160. Not an early percent per se, but evens it up. Forward coming out. Once again, Waltz knows at least the Zelda matchup decently well, because you see that he is aggressing into Knight, which is weirdly enough, like, it's kind of counterintuitive, but the worst thing you can do against Knight is try to, like, shield it, or kind of, like run away from it. You have to go in and kind of hit it before it hits you, basically, because it just has too much priority. It will just beat you out like that. And the thing with Mega Man is Mega Man can't really do that, right? He's not that fast. His moves don't come out like instantly. They don't have that much range, right? They're pretty good for like edge guarding, but in terms of just like getting onto Phantom, he can't do it that well. And you see him having to do some jump air dodges over Phantom, and he put himself in a pretty bad position. Aside from Ray being complete. Oh my god, dude, Aloe. Okay, a little bit of a spaghetti set. Ray once again just he keeps going for these up air shields. I mean, I guess it's okay, but okay, super scary there. Ray knows not to jump. Do not jump there, by the way. If you're up there, just air dodge or something. DI out, do not jump or you will die at like any percent basically. Oh, the backer coming out. Ray's not ready to DI. You see him shaking his head. He just was not ready to live that. Megaman's one of those characters that losing to him feels really bad because it takes a while to have the set, and then even when you have the set, it's not fun to lose it. Ray is not that big of a counter picker. I mean, I feel like he mainly kind of just... He does counter pick sometimes. He goes to, like, Town. He likes Smashville. Smashville is good. More than somebody like, for example, Hockey will just go to PS2 every game. Honestly, I think a lot of people in Ultimate are kind of missing out on counter picking. It's kind of like this weird taboo thing where you're seen as, like, a loser if you counter pick, and it's, like, cool to go PS2 every game. But it's just stupid. Like, if there's a better stage, just go to it. And I think stage, like, matters a lot. I mean, obviously, the most famous is, like, Kazuya, right? Kazuya goes from top 10 on FD to top 40 on Battlefield, but going back, Ray does have the Palu. I actually want to see him pull this out because he... Ow, why are you shaking your head? He won't, why not? Yeah, but he did beat Waltz with his Palu a little bit while back at Smashmania. I don't know how their sets go nowadays, but... I'm going to do my music theory homework right now. This set's taking too long. Actually, it's Gov homework, not music theory. I'm tripping. Can chat help me with my Gov homework? Wait, hotspot. Ray has a pretty decent lead in this game 1. I mean, game 2, I should say. He's doing relatively well. But just like last game, he got a pretty good lead, and he was doing well, but then he couldn't find that kill. I think most of the 160, and it got really bad for him, but nice. Once again, I feel like the lift straps just work so much better than things like the edge guarding. Going for those side off stage just never really ends up hitting. Nair coming out, dash attack not hitting. Oh, up tilt to up air. 55% already on Waltz. I feel like I've never seen him do that. He gets the up tilt to up air a lot, but never the Nair to the up tilt to the up air. Wow. Okay, never mind. Waltz evening up the stocks, and up tilt takes it really early, like 100. HBO's show last week with comedian John Oliver merges political coverage with entertainment programming. This kid is a characteristic of which trend in journalism? Narrowcasting, infotainment, blogging, or packed journalism. Wow, very accurate bagger coming out. Ends up taking Waltz stock at like 150. Obviously not early, but as long as you can keep the stocks without taking too much damage yourself, you'll be fine. Wow. Waltz taking pretty early stock. And the thing is, all the stocks, I mean, it's been relatively even. I think Ray's had the momentum in the lead for most of the games, but when it comes down to kill percents, Ray is just not finding them as early as Waltz is. And that is a pretty big deal, especially when against Megaman, as I said earlier, he just lives so long. Against Murr, he probably should have lost the set, but he lived until 160, I think, last stock, and ended up winning the set with a backer. Same thing's happening here. I mean, Ray's getting a good lead, right? For example, he has a percent lead right now, pretty big, doubling his percent, but coming into the actual kill percents, it gets hard for him because he can't find anything but, like, what? I guess Phantom Edgeguard kills and then backer? That's kind of just it. And against Megaman, finding out, like, a specific backer is really hard because Megaman's one of those characters that you can't, like, choose your hits against him. You have to take what you get. I mean, Megaman will kind of just, like, eat you and then control neutral the entire game, so you don't get to choose which hitboxes you get. You go for whatever you can against Megaman. That's why we've seen so much swinging coming out from Ray, but finding a very specific and precise backer is just probably not going to happen. Order comes out. Oh, what a good reversal. Honestly, the best thing about that was that he was so aware of the fact that Waltz was over him, and he was confident enough to do the rising quarter, the rising upper. Because a lot of times being under Megaman is scary, right? He has the downer, which can just kill you at any percent. So Ray being very astute, very observationalist, goes to that rising upper and takes the stock. Gets the game. Good job from Ray.
Megaman! 3, 2, 1, go! battle, Zelda. Megaman. 3, 2, 1, go!
Are there any viewers? Who's tuning in on a Monday night to watch Zelda versus Megaman? 16? Oh, not bad. Good job, Megaman back here. Extremely hype. Such a hot set. Chances are... Oh, I'm very surprised they didn't see the sweet spot. Wow, yeah. Really good air dodge read / reaction from Waltz coming out. This just puts Phantom not working. Okay, he has the Phantom set up. This is where he needs to get the kill. No, he doesn't find it. The question is, can he find this kill early? And no, good DI coming up from Waltz, but he does take about 30%. Goes to 112. And, wow, Leaf Shield not safe on hit, I guess, early enough. And Zelda having such a fast out of shield option, or, I mean, fast out of hit option, I should say. Things like Kentatsu, which you can also just kind of like lightning kick out of, and does the execution of the Leaf Shield there, and evens up the game. Grab it coming out from Walter. Back throw on Ray. Walter forwarder coming out. Oh! Waltz actually got the read / reaction, but he doesn't end up getting the kill because he ends up reversing that grab. Jumping pellet. Oh no. For Waltz, this could be really bad for him because he has to go over. No, doesn't get the... So, essentially, it basically conditions a jump from ledge every time, and then after that, you have to find some way to punish it. And Ray doesn't end up getting it on Megaman. I guess the drift is maybe a little bit too good, or Waltz just kind of knows where to go. I like the upbeat. So, while he's basically gone to ledge every single time, but he mixes it up, goes to stage there, and gets off for free. Megaman's looking, you know for a fact Waltz is looking for the backer there, yeah. Oh, he has a crash fire on himself. Just lets him take the damage, I don't mind that. It's not going to kill you, right? You just kind of need to play safe. Oh! No way, that kills at 70. No, does he get the side beat? Ends up not working out. And then you know Waltz is going to jump here. Never mind, I didn't know that, but he knew he was going to roll. Amazing read from Ray coming out. Wow. Stays level-headed, very cool-headed, ends up getting the reaction to the roll. Probably just a read. I mean, Waltz has jumped every single time. But he probably expected the fact that Ray would essentially send out the Phantom quicker than usual because he expected the jump from Waltz. Reads it, gets the roll in, but Ray reading him just right back. Really great job at that high percent. It's really scary against Megaman. Especially when Megaman, for example, is at like 70%, you're at like 150. It's really hard to play the game because he's way heavier than you, and probably that backer is just going to clip you at some point in the middle of the stage and you're going to die. But Waltz ended up losing. I love that jacket on Waltz, by the way. He looks good in pink. I think Waltz looks very good in pink. The pink and black. Personally, I don't like the Panda Global merch that much. I think that the green looks fine, but it's kind of mid. Waltz do be looking kind of fire though right now with the pink and black. Ray getting a little bit of a smirk on his face.
Zelda.
Let's see the Me Sword Fighter. Go Me Sword Fighter. Ray.
Megaman.
Okay, he can't hear me. He can't hear me. I was trying to mid-set coach. Ray's Me Sword Fighter low-key is the best in Austin. It actually is, which is kind of sad, but Ray warming up his wrists because you know how much wrist movement Ray does when he's fighting Waltz, because it's such an intense and hot set with so much movement and so much great fast smashy bros, fast-paced and fun smashy bros. What? Leaf shield just being broken, I guess. Oh, double upper coming out. Early lead from Ray. Aloe is popping off right now. You love the set? Stock. What? Oh, the song. Sorry, Aloe's deaf. I speak sign language, by the way. I was talking to this person earlier, and she was like, "Yeah, I hate deaf people." And I was S-O. Was that a swastika? What was that, Aloe? Sorry, Aloe's making some really offensive hand gestures to me right now. Yes, Aloe the Jewish. Wait, Aloe, I didn't know you were Jewish. I'm kidding, I knew it. I lied. Anyways, getting back to the sets. Oh. It's almost been 2 minutes. Oh! Okay, Waltz, small mistake there jumping in. On the ledge here. Guessing, let me guess. Yeah. Oh! I'm very surprised he ended up missing that. Goes for the, what is happening right now? Dash tech, not gonna take it. Thinking this dash tech low-key do be sucking. Wait. Okay, everybody's messing up everything. That back there is gonna take it though. Big fan of this set. I like it more when everybody messes up all of their moves. It's very funny. Ray took the early lead, but wasn't able to convert off of it too well. Waltz trying to approach from some. I don't exactly know what happened there, but it ended up working out for Ray. I mean, I feel like Waltz's movement is just not as good as it usually is. Like, he's missing some of these uppers on the platforms. He's missing some of the jumping around the phantoms. And Ray is capitalizing on it pretty well. The thing is, he isn't able to find these kills as he said earlier. Not too early. A trade as well. There's been a lot of trading this set. Trading cards. Trading... oh, Ray ended up getting his ass red to heaven, but doesn't matter. Waltz messes up the punish. Uncharacteristic SD coming up from Waltz. He very rarely SDs. He's a very solid and consistent player, but maybe a small mental lapse there. Ends up giving Ray the stock lead. Immediately dies. That's a 22? Okay. Well, Ray's playing extremely well right now around this leaf shield. So I guess the Zelda neutral B just does really well at essentially taking off the leaf shield immediately and dissipating it. Nice dash tech. The dash tech is such a good reverse option. And here on ledge, it gets really scary against Zelda because she has essentially all the time in the world to set up and prepare. Wow. Oh, he gets... Oh, sorry, I kicked the other headset. Waltz is getting red on ledge, but it doesn't really matter. The dash tech comes out for the punish. Ray has played the stock extremely well. He cannot let Walter get too much damage. Wow, the falling upper is going to take it. What an amazing job from Ray. He played that last stock so well. Unfortunate stock coming out from Waltz with the SD, but even with that, I'm really proud of Ray. He did extremely well that set. I have to tie my shoe. I gotta go fight Z.